Hi, so I asked what people wanted to see in terms of content the other day, and someone asked for a video on Updo, so I thought I'd give it a go. So just for some background on my hair, I am wearing a wig. It is a wig from Pretty Little Wigs by Hollie. She is based in the north of the UK, north of England, sorry. And I actually went in person to get this wig and I tried it on and everything, and it's served me well so far. It's a lace top and a lace front, obviously, and it currently is just like washed and straightened, not recently washed, but I think with these kind of wigs and stuff, it's not like you buy your hair or anything, it's, you know, it's pretty much the same. So the first updo I thought I'd show you is like a bit up. So with my wig, it does this, and to be honest, I don't really care most of the time, but if you are bothered, you can get like Got To Be Glue gel or hairspray and spray it down. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about that, so just like how to secure a wig videos on YouTube, just search for that. So I like to keep a bit out at the sides. So do you see that? It looks very natural. And you can even get like a hair razor if you wanted yourself, and just like I'd make these bits shorter. So I get that and I grab about this much hair. I tuck it behind my ear. Whoops, I tuck it behind my ear so I know it's in place. And then I do the same on that side, so I make sure there's a little bit out on the edges. As you can see, it still looks natural. The only thing that doesn't is this flap, which you can fix yourself. Pull it back, and I also make sure that I don't take too much from back here, because you don't want them to be able to see the tracks. So if you can see, no, you can't see, if you can see, I've not taken too much too far back. So I've almost ended up with like 2 bits from the front, and then I'll run my fingers through them. Make sure there's a mirror behind you, which is why I'm looking, make sure it still looks natural. Do you see? And then I'll secure it however I see fit. So I've got quite strong hair ties. And I'll just be very gentle, not to like pull. It's not like when you've got bio hair, you can't pull on your scalp because it'll move the wig. So you just make sure you don't pull. So this is what it looks like. You could just leave it like that, or you could, what I like to do is sort of just make it look a bit floofier. You can pull individual parts. See, I can see that bit's a bit tighter in the wrong place, so just very gently pull individual parts, make it more evened out. And this is what that looks like from the back. Okay, now I'm going to show you like a full updo. So because I've got a buzz cut, it isn't really like properly secured to my head. You know, like some people use clips and things like that, so I have to be careful when sort of pulling back that I don't do that. So I'm just going to use the same concept again, and you'll notice that you can kind of use this concept to do variations of like how big you want your ponytail to be. If you do want it half up, half down, you can have it all the way from like back here or just on the top and things. You just got to make sure that you're not tugging on it too much, and you're also covering up your tracks and stuff. So here we're kind of at the same stage we were before, and now I'm just gonna carry on from the bottom. So you could either secure this bit if you're not feeling that confident. I actually find that more difficult, and it's easy just to hold. So I'm just gonna use my hands and pull it up and sort of make sure it's coming down again, so it's not pulling and showing the edges and the tracks. So putting it all into a bobble, into a hair tie, into a ponytail as you'd say, bobble, and then making sure the edges are covered and the tracks, so you're not pulling it too taut, if that makes sense. So same again on this side. Yeah, so initially putting it up well into the ponytail, gathering it, but then sort of pulling it back down a little bit against your head, if that makes sense. So the edges and the tracks are covered. So this is the ponytail. So I'm going to secure that with a strong hair tie, because it's a lot of hair and quite soft. So, and you've got to try and do that. You could do that and leave it like that, or you could pull it all the way through and do a different kind of bun. And you've got to do all that without pulling too much on it, and because it'll just drag your wig back, if that makes sense. So where it's gone too tight, I'm just going to carry on pulling down a bit and covering. And then here is what the ponytail looks like for now. So not exactly how I'd leave it, to be honest. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to. So this is it without doing anything to it. So I'm just going to keep pulling. So it's like that. And if you want it to be like I'm going to put it into a thing first. So just, this is like the most scattiest tutorial ever. I don't know why anyone's going to find this useful, but I've just twisted that round and I'm securing it with another hair tie. And just pulling on it so it's a bun like that. Okay. So now I'm going to try and make it look a little bit more natural. So I would probably curl. I'd probably do this with curly hair initially anyway. Sorry, I've got COVID, which is why my voice is going. And then to make it look like sort of, hold that there and pull on a few hairs at a time. And this again would look a lot better with curly hair, but it just gives it that kind of like undone look that you've almost seen a lot of like fancy wedding updos and stuff. And it would look more natural if the hair was curly. Do you see? To me that looks way better already. And I would curl these bits, and then just for these at the back for security, I would take a good hair slide. These ones have got good grip, and I would just push this bit down here and clip in place. And you could do that around the edges and a bit more here. You probably need to do it a bit more just to make sure it's secure. And then, as you can see, I've still got this problem here, so I'm just going to pull that down so you can't see it too much. And voila, there's an updo. One last one I'll show you is quite a bit easier because it's sort of sitting at the bottom of your neck, so you can do a lot of these, just brushing out some tangles, lower down, and it would be easier like at the base of your neck. So again, same principle. I'm just going to leave some bits out around my face. This is kind of like, you don't have to if you don't want to, but that's just my preferred look, and I do find it easier to sort of make it look natural. So when you've got that, you split your hair in two and sort of gather it at the bottom. Now you could literally just put a hair tie in there. If you want to cover your hair, you can. And you could literally just put a hair tie in there, have it like that, or you could plait it, braid it as you say in America. Or what I'm going to show you to do is like low down space buns. So just twist your hair all the way around. Excuse the size of my ears, I've got like Dumbo ears. And then like that, and just whichever way feels like it works best, just wrap it around, grab it, secure it with a hair tie and pull. And if it doesn't feel very secure, just get as many of these as you need, and sort of just clip like that, so it's into the bubble, you won't say a bubble, most people watch this won't say that, into the hair tie. So you're pushing it down and sort of like, there you go, and you just do exactly the same on the other side. So I did it exactly the same to the other side. Again, I could just secure it, and this is what it looks like. If you feel like you can see anything here, just, you know, check with the mirror and pull it down. Just checking you can actually see. Again, all of these hairstyles would probably be easier with curly hair, but I just thought I'd show you quickly now. So there are my hairstyles. If there's any others you want me to give me a try, let me know, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.